back to the chat and ask our fool's gold or gold question. Tony Pollard will be running back 1 for the Tennessee Titans in 2024. Is that gold or fool's gold?
Jacob starts us off with fool's gold. Jake goes gold. Fool's gold from Ken. Gold coming in right there from Mally. And then Ashley says gold. Richie says fool's gold. Eric says gold. Demetrius goes gold. So does Steven. So does Thomas. Andre says fool's gold. And then we've got the gold rush coming in. Hashtag Scott, Eric, Chris, Caleb, Brad all go gold. John McDaniels goes fool's gold. Kenneth goes gold. A couple of fool's golds. Here's now the fool's gold rush coming in. Because Al, Wes, Deshaun Washington, Daniel, also, they all go fool's gold along with Patrick and Billy. Then we got gold coming in from Top Tier and Apollo and Dad to the Bone. So, look, I think gold is starting to kind of take the reins with Orlando and Koss and Guy. Solid gold coming in from Shane. Timmy says gold. But then you got a couple fool's gold. Mr. Jones says fools were the Titans cutting Derrick Henry. And he can have his own opinion on that. I think that was
the fact that there wasn't a cut, but that's okay. Like, come on.
Yeah, moving on. Let's just say moving on. I think there's more fool's gold than I thought. William says fool's gold. Spears is RB1. Jeff says, I guess it's fool's gold. And then Eric brings up 24 karat gold. You don't pay him that money to be a backup. And I think that's a valuable comment right here.
Sure.
Also, are you gold or are you fool's gold that Tony Pollard RB1 this season, or at least starting out?
Yeah, I'm going to go with fool's gold on this. And would you say that gold was the more popular answer from the chat?
Yes.
So I'm going to go a little oppo on this. I think it's fool's gold. I think, look, Tony Pollard's got experience, but what Tyjae Spears showed everybody last year is that he is a bona fide playmaker, and he can also be trusted. He can be trusted by his teammates and his coaching staff, including the new coaches coming in, because of his dedication to the game and because of how he goes about his approach and how he pass protects too. And look, Tony Pollard might be a more experienced running back and have more of that understanding of the nuance of how to play running back in the NFL, which is an edge that Tyjae simply can't have at this point in his career. But Tyjae Spears earned so much respect from his teammates that are still going to be in that locker room last year for how he sticks his nose in it and it doesn't give up. And I think the fact that the tiebreaker between these two guys is that I'm going to put Tyjae Spears on the field more often than Tony Pollard in passing down situations, because Tyjae Spears has proven to be a commodity in pass protecting. What are you laughing at?
You hadn't watched enough Cowboys games, but you like Tony Pollard. You sit there and you pay Tony Pollard. It doesn't matter. There's no loyalty. You're not signing a guy that, like, the loyalty is out the window. Mike Vrabel and that doesn't matter. Okay, it is a brand new offense with a brand new piece, with an experienced piece, a proven piece. You're talking about Tyjae Spears proving something. Tony Pollard has proven plenty that he can play in this league at a high level. He has that. Wouldn't that trump in a training camp battle? Usually experience and pay trump getting off. I think Tony Pollard is going to start ahead of Tyjae Spears when they begin camp. And I think when they end camp, Tony Pollard will still be ahead of Tyjae Spears. Not saying Tyjae Spears won't play, but Tony Pollard is the reliable resource.
So look, they both have proven to be reliable. I think what you saw with Tyjae Spears and Will Levis creating a connection last year is valuable there too. And I'm not saying whatever I just said about Tyjae Spears, I'm not trying to take anything away from Tony Pollard. I think it's a really good signing. At first, when this was the first Titans move made in free agency, I was like, oh man, like $8 million for Tony Pollard. I questioned it, but the more and more it went along, the more and more I liked it. I think it's fool's gold for Tony Pollard will be running back 1 for the Titans in 2024. I say fool's gold because I think the Titans brass really likes Tyjae Spears. Obviously, they like Tony Pollard too. But my whole point is, I don't think there's going to be a running back one as well. I think this is going to be a true running back by committee. I think it's a game plan, a week by week. Who's got the hot hand? Who's healthiest at the time? Tony Pollard came on late for the Cowboys last year after, suffering and returning from the injury, the broken fibula in the playoffs the year before, and he was way better. He was Pro Football Focus's highest graded running back from week 10 through the Super Bowl, including all those playoff running backs and Derrick Henry, who didn't make the playoffs, and everybody involved. He was the highest graded guy. But Tyjae Spears, I think, has earned a reputation in the locker room, and he's a draft pick by Rand Carthon. I think it's going to be a true running back by committee. So part of my fool's gold is I don't think either guy is going to be running back one. So I think it's a true perfect fit with what these two guys are.
Who will be on the graphic week 1 with whoever they play at noon? Who will be on the graphic
for starting lineup? I don't know.
You're saying Tyjae Spears?
I didn't.
Because that's the question. Let's go back to the question. RB1 means you're on the graphic. You are the man on the graphic. And at noon, high noon, when they're playing the Chargers or whoever they're playing, week 1, who's going to be on that graphic? Because that's what RB1 represents.
I don't.
You have to have a depth chart, whether you like it or not. You can sit here and say, "Oh, we're going to split time. We're going to be even. We love all of our kids equally. We don't have a favorite." Well, bro, when you submit that graphic, there's got to be one running back.
I think it's more about.
There's too many wide receivers, Austin. There has to be one running back.
Well, who are your 5? This is a whole different topic. Who are your 5 skill players that take the field for the first snap on the Titans season? I could see it. I could see it being 2 running back system with DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and Chigakonkwo and doing something. We don't know. We don't know what to expect.
On the graphic as running back 1.
I don't know, but I'm not
who
talking
do you think?
about.
I don't know is not an answer. I don't know is not an answer.
It is a worthless prediction to make.
I'm asking you a question. It literally is not worthless. It's the exact topic we're talking about today.
I don't know.
What you are saying is that this is fool's gold, that Tony Pollard will be RB1. RB1 represents you're on the graphic. I'll go ahead and say it with my chest. Tony Pollard's going to be on that graphic. Tyjae Spears will be on that graphic.
I don't give a damn about the graphic on CBS. I care about who has RB1. The most snaps.
That's RB1.
No. That's stupid. That is a stupid way to view things.
It's the truth.
Who has more snaps? That is running back 1. At the end of the season, at the end of each game, who plays more snaps? That is your running back 1. My whole point on Fool's Gold is I don't think there's going to be a running back 1. I'm not saying it's Spears because it's not Pollard. I just think it's going to be 1 week Pollard's got more snaps, the next week Spears got more snaps. And it's going to be a rotating every week, or 2 weeks this week, 1 week that week. It's going to be flip-flopping all over the place, snip, snap, snip, snap. That is how they're going to use these running backs because they are the same. And that's a good thing. I like it a lot because how much have I been bitching over the last 5 years that whenever the Titans put out Derrick Henry as a running back and NWI and Cody Hollister as the wide receivers, you know exactly what they're going to do. And then, here comes, whether it's Dontrell Hilliard, Tyjae Spears, or insert pass-catching running back C, and then you put out there your wide receivers that can run routes. You know they're going to throw the ball, and then Dennis Daly / Andre Dillard / Jalen Duncan give up a sack.
What's that is my point here. Question, if you're going to say everybody wins. Oh, everybody's great. Everything's going to be good. We love this. That's kind of what you're saying. There's no, you've picked everyone. Then what's the point of the question? Why are we doing this?
Because I don't think there's going to be a running back 1 like there has been in Nashville, Tennessee since they've arrived in Nashville, Tennessee.